Welcome to my channel Vivek Pandey. And coming to this, see here what we have done on this playlist lead code. Here, yesterday, today in the morning, I shared this video I published. Here it is, this one. So, if you have not seen, please go through this, and I'm also adding the question and then examples here. Yes, so you can just go through this and today's question. So we are done with the four questions. Now we are going to see about fifth one. So let's see first what exactly the question is, and then we'll try to explain you what is the answer for this. Now see here. Now 121 121 best time to buy and sell stock. So it is talking about when we have to purchase and when we have to sell. So obviously when there is a purchase and sell, so we need to understand that it is talking about profit or loss. Okay, so you are given an array prices where prices of I is the price of given stock on ith day. Yeah, so on each and every day it is. You want to maximize your profit by choosing a single day to buy one stock and choosing a different day in a future to sell the stock. It means what? On a same day you cannot buy and you cannot sell on a same day. It should not be done. So we need to maximize our profit choosing a single day to buy. So as per the rates we need to buy on that day, so that we can sell it in a profit. In such a way we need to sell it so that we can get a profit amount. Okay, and then choosing a different way. Fine. Return the maximum profit. Return the maximum profit here. Yeah. Yes. This one. Yeah, return the maximum profit you can achieve from these transactions. You cannot achieve any profit if you cannot attain any profit. Return zero. So if there is a no profit, then there should be a zero. It is fine. Now we are given this. These are the prices on certain day. This day, this is a price and this is a price. Okay, so now first thing what I will do is I will try to explain you the basics here. First I will be explaining you the basics first, what exactly is happening, and then we'll go with the understanding of code also. So let's see. So here what we have is so let me copy this. These are the prices prices and the prices is this. Now what we need to do is, let me explain you this. I don't want this cell, so I'm just deleting this. Yeah, now let's see. Let me explain you this. Now what else is given in this question? Only this, and the output is 5. So let's see how we got output as 5. Now each and every element we need to check, each and every price. So we need to go till every price. So it means we need to use here loop. Okay, any loop, but mostly we use here for loop. So loop concept comes into a picture. But now I will take one element here. Okay, so here we need to think about, if I wanted to get a profit. Okay, so in order to get the profit I need to know what is a minimum cost. So if I'm purchasing, for example, as an example I'm saying that I'm purchasing, means buying it to 7 rupees, and selling, I cannot sell on that day itself. So if I'm selling on the another day when the price is 1, so it means I'm having a loss or not. So 7, i I purchased for 7 rupees and I'm selling it for 1 rupee, then obviously it will be a loss of how much? 7 minus 1 means how much amount I will be losing. It's a loss of, see, simple funda it is. So I purchased for 7 and I'm selling it for 1 rupees. So obviously it is a loss, and the 6 rupees you will be in a loss minus. Okay. So yes, this is a loss. Now again, if I am purchasing 1, when it is 1, now I purchased, buying when the stock price is 1, and if I sell at what, at 5. So if I sell at 5 means I 5, now what happens? It is a profit, because I am purchasing it only for 1 rupee and I am selling it for 5 rupees. So it means 5, so it means 5 minus 1, so it is 4 rupees profit. Yes, so 4 rupees profit it is good. So up to now I got the 4 rupees profit. I need to keep a track, means track of it, track of the profit I need to keep. Okay, now again 7 is done. Once I purchase 7 but I'm in loss, again I'm buying 1. So I think we should only buy when the stock is 1. Okay, so the price is 1, we need to buy, but because it is the smallest price now, so I'm not going to again purchase it for 5, 3, 6, 4. No, now what is my intention is, now I need to sell it in such a price so that I can get a maximum profit. Here I got 4, but I should get more than 4. Okay, now let's see. So one thing is clear by this. What is clear? One thing is clear. So the thing what is clear here is my least price, minimum price to purchase is 1. Okay, that is clear. This is clear, noted. Now I wanted to go for the profit now. So if I'm selling for 3, then what happens? So 3 minus 1, it is 2. So 2 is a profit. But the problem is, already I'm having a 4 rupees profit. 4 is max. Here 4 is max. So I cannot go with the 2 profit. Okay, so this 2 maximum is 4. So 4 is not getting updated. We are not going to change that. Again selling for 6. Now what happens is, now the profit will be 6 minus 1. How much it will be? 6 minus 1, it is 5. So profit is now, earlier it was 4. 4 is a max. Now we got updated one. Biggest profit means maximum profit. So now we are updating because the requirement in the question itself is biggest profit. So I got 5, and then if I try with selling for 4, then again it is 4 minus 1, it is 3. 3 is a profit, but it is not a max profit. So what is my answer here is 5 is my answer, guys. Okay, so now we need to think, we need to see that how we are going to keep everything in a code. Yes, so now I need to implement this in the Python code. So now what we will do is, I'm just clearing this here, and then so here now let me keep it in the code. So now what are required thing is minimum price. Minimum price is required. Now again what we need is maximum profit is required. Okay, so minimum profit and maximum profit and minimum price. Now Now here, let's keep this in a code. How to keep it in a code? So now what we need to do is, first we need to find out a minimum one. What would be the minimum price? So to find out minimum price, what I need to do here, let's see. Here I'm just explaining you the logic, and after that I will keep this everything in a code manner, in a code. Okay. So now what I will do is, I will take one number. So let me take as 7. Okay, so now I will take as a 7. 7 is what? 7, I'm taking it as my minimum. I'm assuming minimum price. Minimum price is 7. Fine. Now I have got my minimum price. Now what I need to do is, I need to check with this 2. Okay, so I need to keep on checking with itself. Okay, so once I got it, now I have to check with 7. And now each and everything I need to check here. First 7, again 1, again 5, again 3, again 6, again 4, like this. I need to keep on checking for everything. So I got my minimum price is 7. Now let's, what we need to do is, our main intention is to find real minimum price. So I'm just taking this 7 here. 7 is less than 7. So not like this. Let me explain you in another way. So our main intention is to check this one and this one. So if I do see if this is greater than anything, so what I mean to say is, min price is greater. If my min price is greater, then what? Then the normal means, this all are I'm just considering as price. This is one price, this is another price, this is another price, like this. So I'm just keeping it as price. Okay. So now what happens is, if my price is less than minimum price, it means what? There is one more. If this condition is true, it means there are still minimum price is there, not this is the exact minimum. So here what we need to do is, we need to, if this condition is true, this is a condition here, just it is a condition. If this condition is true, if it is true, what we are doing is update the minimum price. How to update the minimum price? It is very simple. So what we have to do is, we need to keep min and price. Inside this, what we need to store? The price. Okay, so by this way, what we have done is, we got minimum price. Yes, minimum price I found out. Now after finding this minimum price, now my main focus is one more condition. And when I got my minimum price, now what would be the maximum profit we need to find, right? So what I need to do, I need to start comparing with this, again with this. So once I got a minimum, and from this I need to subtract, right? So price minus minimum price. So this is what? Price minus minimum price. If this, I need to compare with what? My maximum profit. So if my profit is more, if it is like max profit means, initially we need to give a number. If max profit, yeah, if this is true, if this condition is true, then what we need to do? Update the max profit. So I hope you understood somewhat. Now let's go with the coding so that you can understand more better. Yeah. Now let's see one by one, each and every code I will be writing in such a way that you can understand it in a better manner. Fine. So see here. Now prices I have given. Now min price. What is my min price? I'm just taking the first number and then I'm just comparing with all and updating with the min price. So what is this 7? 7 is what? How can I write this 7 here? Prices of 0. So prices of 0 is 7. That I'm storing in min price. Now max profit. Max profit is 0. As of now it is 0. So I'm just giving it as 0. Now for then what I have said is I need to traverse throughout. Then I'm just taking use of for price. I'm just taking this as a variable. Generally we do take for I in range, but I'm just taking price. For price in we can use range of like length of prices, but also we can use prices because it is also a list and sequence. Now here we need to give a condition. What is the condition? I said the condition is uh, prices if my price is less than min price, means something is still less than min price. Then what I'm doing is I'm updating. Min price is getting updated by what? By the price. Means I'm just updating the min price. That's it. Nothing rocket science in this. Now one more condition we need to give is for maximum profit. So how we can calculate the maximum profit is we need to compare. Yes, comparison should be there. So first is price minus minimum price, min price. If this is greater than, obviously starting it will be greater, max profit. Okay, and then colon, and what I need to do, I need to update. So in the max profit I need to store that the number price minus min price. Okay, so that's it. Once we are done, now let me print here. I'm just printing max profit. So now let's see whether it is working or not. See here I got the value. Yeah, so I hope I made you clear on this point. Yes. Now the same thing what we are going to do is I'm just going to copy this here on the lead code where it is here this way, and then I'm just pasting it here, and I need to arrange this in a indentation, proper indentation, and this for loop should be here, and then if should be inside the for loop, and here it is. This is inside the if block, and then this one is also, yeah, here, and then this one is here. Now what I need to do is I need to return. Return, what I need to return is max profit. So now let's see whether it's working good or not. Max profit, min price, max profit, fine. So let's work on this whether it's working or not. Run. Yeah, it is accepted, and then let's submit it. Later. Yeah, fine. So it is saying it accepted, fine. So we are done with this. So guys, uh, you are still watching up to here. It means you really find some value. So thank you for that, and please do not forget to subscribe hereafter on a daily basis or alternate days. I will be uploading at least one video on this channel regarding this problem solving. So this is only for you, and I wanted you all to show your support and love. Thank you guys.